Welcome back to the Nap Lab. Today we're comparing the Casper versus Saatva, two of the original pioneers of the direct-to-consumer mattress business. Founded in 2010, Saatva was one of the first companies to adopt the bed-in-a-box model with direct marketing to consumers. They've been wildly successful with online advertising and podcast sponsorships for over a decade. Their focus was centered on high-quality mattresses and better service, offering a wide range of models, including traditional coil hybrids, memory foam hybrids, latex foam hybrids, and more. Launched in 2014, Casper is another major brand credited with being an early adopter of the D2C mattress model. However, they focus more on affordability with all foam designs, hybrids, and memory foam hybrids. Both brands have done extremely well over the years, but there is a clear difference in target demographics and pricing. That said, which brand has the better mattress? And if you had to choose, which one should you get? Let's jump into this comparison and find out now. We've tested 7 mattresses from Casper and 7 mattresses from Saatva. On screen now is a complete list of all mattresses tested with their respective scores. First things first, let's talk about the biggest glaring differences between the Casper and Saatva, the price. Casper mattresses range from $549 to $2395, with an average for the brand at $1283. Saatva mattresses range from $1699 to $4599, with their average price being $2784. Not only is Saatva's average price more than double that of Casper's, their cheapest model is nearly 3 times as much as Casper's cheapest. For reference, the average mattress price is $1452, based on over 350 mattresses we've tested to date. As we continue with the rest of this video, you'll be able to see just how different these two brands are. Moving on, let's talk about company policies. The only thing these two companies have in common is that they both offer free shipping. Other than that, Casper has a 100-night trial period, 10-year warranty, and they also offer free returns. Furthermore, Casper makes some of their mattresses in the US and some in Canada. They also use different names depending on whether you're in Canada or in the US, but again, we're going to focus on the US models today. All US models are made in the US. Finally, Casper has a good reputation for honoring their return policy and warranty based on my personal experiences and feedback from our readers. Saatva, on the other hand, has more favorable policies in nearly every way. They offer a 365-night trial period, lifetime warranty, and they have an outstanding reputation. There is also another benefit. Saatva includes free white glove delivery, which essentially means a crew can set up your new mattress and haul away your old one so you don't have to. The only notable con with Saatva's company terms is their $99 return fee. Despite the return fee, Saatva has better company policies that are well in line with their luxury brand and pricing. Looking at all available mattresses we've tested, Casper ranges in firmness from 4.5 to 6.5 out of 10, and Saatva ranges from a 4 to an 8, where 10 is the most firm. Here is a list of all of the Casper models' firmness ratings. And here's our list of all Saatva models' firmness ratings. Of the two brands, Saatva has the widest range of firmness options by a wide margin. If you're looking for a firm mattress, Saatva is going to be the better option. The Solaire in particular is an adjustable firmness mattress that gives sleepers the ability to change its firmness from a 4 to an 8 in real time. However, Casper's 4.5 to 6.5 firmness range, while more narrow, will be suitable for the vast majority of sleepers. When it comes to performance, Saatva blows Casper out of the water. Not only is their lowest performing mattress better than Casper's highest performing one, but the Saatva has the second highest scoring mattress that we've tested to date. That said, and to be fair, Saatvas are also more expensive than Casper's models by a healthy margin. Again, different weight classes here. Casper's mattresses have performance scores ranging from 7.83 to 8.63. Their brand average is an 8.34. Meanwhile, Saatva's range is 8.88 to 9.74, with a brand average of 9.30. Now, let's get into the best models from each brand. The mattresses earning the title for best overall from each brand have the highest overall performance. Overall performance is determined by scores from 8 different categories, including cooling, motion transfer, response time, edge support, sex performance, pressure relief, off-gassing, and company. Sinkage and bounce are also taken into consideration, but they are not direct scoring factors. Between Casper and Saatva, the two top recommendations are the Casper Dream and Saatva Classic. The Casper Dream is an 11.5-inch hybrid made of polyfoam, memory foam, pocket coils, and a support foam base. It has a medium firm feel with minimal sinkage and high bounce. It has near average performance and is priced just slightly beyond average for a queen size. The mattress has great cooling, fast material response time, and is great for sex. Its medium firm feel makes this mattress comfortable for sleepers of all sleeping positions and most body weights. The Saatva Classic is an 11.5-inch coil mattress with 2 layers of coils topped with a plush Euro-style pillow top. It has a luxurious feel with deep sinkage and extremely high levels of bounce. The Saatva Classic is the #2 best mattress we've tested to date by score, and it's available in 3 firmness levels: soft, medium firm, and firm. This high quality and variety of firmnesses makes the Saatva an attractive option for a wide range of sleepers. These are extremely different mattresses. Casper Dream is a hybrid, while the Saatva Classic is a coil-on-coil mattress. Saatva also generates a higher overall performance score and has a slightly higher price tag as well. Considering the mattress feel, the Dream has minimal sinkage, high bounce, and a medium firmness of 6 out of 10, where 10 is the most firm. With an overall performance score of 8.63, the Casper Dream scores in the top 50% among all mattresses tested to date. On the other hand, we have the Saatva Classic. This mattress has an overall score of 9.74, ranking it in the top 1% among all mattresses tested to date. It has deep sinkage, extremely high bounce, and 10 out of 10 scores for great cooling, strong edge support, exceptional pressure relief, and fast off-gassing. Just looking at performance, the Saatva Classic will be the better mattress for most sleepers, but opting for the Casper Dream can save you around $300. For the majority of sleepers, going with the best model by overall score performance is going to be the best choice. From Casper, that means the Casper Dream, and from Saatva, it's the Saatva Classic. That said, there are a few other standout models that, depending on your needs, could be a better choice. For side sleepers, our top recommendations would be the Casper Dream Max and Saatva Classic. If you typically sleep on your back or stomach, you'll want to opt for something with a little less sinkage. To that end, I'd recommend the Casper Dream and Saatva Latex Hybrid. For heavier weighted sleepers, I'd recommend the Casper Dream or Saatva HD. If cooling is a top priority for you, my top recommendations would be the Casper Snow and the Saatva Classic. For sleepers on a tight budget, I'd recommend the Casper One and the Saatva Memory Foam Hybrid. If you struggle with back pain, my top picks would be the Casper Dream and Saatva RX. For couples looking for a mattress that enhances sex performance, I recommend the Casper Dream Max and Saatva Classic. If you're looking for a mattress with a soft feel, I'd recommend the Casper Dream Max or the soft version of the Saatva Classic. If you want a firm feel, go with the Saatva Classic in the firm version. Unfortunately, Casper does not offer a firm mattress. Next up, we're going to do a deep dive comparison on 3 of the most popular models from Casper and Saatva. From Casper, we'll be looking at the Casper Dream, Casper One, and Casper Snow. From Saatva, we'll be looking at the Saatva Classic, Saatva Latex Hybrid, and Saatva RX. Starting with cooling, Casper and Saatva have excellent cooling performance in this 3v3 comparison. However, Saatva comes out the winner with the higher average of 9.3 compared to the Casper's 9.0. The average cooling score when considering all 350 plus mattresses tested to date is an 8.6. Saatva's 3 popular models all scored a 9.0 or higher, and the Saatva Classic scored a perfect 10. From Casper, the Snow Hybrid also scored a perfect 10. Casper Dream, Saatva RX, and Saatva Latex Hybrid all beat the average, while the Casper One underperformed by a small margin. Though, the Casper One is the brand's budget-friendly model with an all-foam construction and a price tag far lower than any of the other models we're discussing today. In the end, both brands know how to achieve top-tier cooling performance. As a more luxury mattress brand, Saatva will more consistently offer it across its product line. Moving on, when it comes to the type of sinkage feel from Casper and Saatva, both brands offer a similar range, but Saatva has a bit more variety. Among the 3 popular mattresses we're focusing on, the Casper Dream and Casper One both offer a minimal level of sinkage, and the Casper Snow offers a deep level of sinkage, so they both have ends of the spectrum covered. Saatva's popular models, on the other hand, include minimal, moderate, and deep sinkage options. Again, their lineup shows a bit more variety in regard to firmness and now also sinkage. The average sinkage depth across all mattresses tested to date is 2.18 inches. Back and stomach sleepers usually prefer less sinkage, which better maintains proper alignment of the spine. The Casper Dream, Casper One, Saatva Latex Hybrid, and Saatva RX all have less sinkage than average. Generally, side sleepers benefit from a deeper level of sinkage, as that typically translates to better pressure relief and a higher degree of contouring hug. For deeper sinkage, both Casper Snow and Saatva Classic are fantastic options. Heavier sleepers generally need a mattress with a firmer feel to maintain optimal support. Saatva Latex Hybrid is the best option among this 3v3 comparison, and it offers minimal to moderate sinkage and a slightly firm feel. However, Saatva's HD model is one of the best, designed specifically for heavier weighted bodies. When it comes to motion transfer, Saatva has a pretty big advantage over Casper. The three Saatva models average a much lower acceleration range of 6.58 meters per second squared compared to Casper's average of 8.95 meters per second squared. Ultimately, Saatva has the best performing mattresses in terms of motion transfer. The average motion transfer score across all mattresses tested to date is 8.3. It's a performance category that a lot of mattresses tend to struggle with. Their Saatva Latex Hybrid earned a perfect 10 out of 10 with an acceleration range of only 3.13 meters per second squared. The combination of quilted cover, latex foam material, and hybrid design creates a potent combination of diffusing motion from one side of the mattress to the other. The Saatva Classic is still fantastic, with a 9.6 score that beats the average by a healthy margin. The Casper Snow is the only Casper model to beat this 8.3 average. The Casper Dream, Casper One, and Saatva RX all struggle a bit worse than the average, with the latter being the worst of the three. In the end, Saatva comes out on top, but the popular Casper models are not necessarily poor performance in regards to motion transfer. For response time, both Casper and Saatva have extremely fast performance overall, with one exception. This exception is the Casper Snow, and it absolutely tanks Casper's average. For reference, the average response time score is an 8.8. Dense memory foam is traditionally very slow to reform back to shape. It's one of the material's drawbacks, and it's what we see on the Casper Snow. From the models that perform extremely well in this category, like the Casper Dream, Casper One, and Saatva Latex Hybrid, we see materials like polyfoam and latex foam being used in the topmost layers of the design. The memory foam we do see in the Casper models is not incredibly dense, which aids in its speedy response. As a material, latex foam can be dense while also being lightning fast to reform back to shape. This is a big part of what gives the Saatva Latex Hybrid the best response score at a 10 out of 10. The Saatva RX is another example of how a blend of materials can include memory foam while being balanced out by polyfoam and a microcoil later to achieve a faster response. In the end, both Casper and Saatva have mattresses that are faster than average to respond back to shape, but they also have some slow responding ones as well. When it comes to bounce, Saatva comes out on top once again. Mattresses with more bounce tend to be better for ease of movement and stacked performance. However, higher bounce also typically creates a higher level of motion transfer, so there are pros and cons when it comes to bounce. The three popular Casper models all have moderate to high bounce, but Saatva models have high or extremely high bounce. The average bounce across all mattresses tested to date is 9.14 inches, and my personal ideal range is between 8 to 12 inches. By these benchmarks, 5 of the 6 models being compared are within my ideal range, but only the Casper One has below average bounce. The Casper Dream, Casper Snow, Saatva Classic, Saatva RX, and Saatva Latex Hybrid all have an above average level of bounce. Looking at their designs, 2 of the 3 popular Casper models use a foam base compared to the innerspring coil unit. Even the coil unit on the Casper Snow is much smaller than all of the Saatva mattresses. Furthermore, materials like microcoils in the comfort layer on the Saatva RX and latex foam on the Saatva Latex Hybrid add to a lively feel and a more springy surface. The coil-on-coil design of the Saatva Classic means coils make up a much higher proportion of the overall materials, which accounts for its extremely high levels of bounce. Both Casper and Saatva have excellent performance when it comes to edge support, but Saatva does secure the higher edge support average score among the 6 mattresses tested here. The average edge support score across all mattresses tested to date is 8.6. The average sitting compression measurement is 4.00 based on all of our tests to date. All of these 6 popular models being compared demonstrate less compression at the edge compared to the average. However, as you can see from the table on screen, Saatva distinguishes itself with its outstanding lying edge support. This is a more subjective measurement that captures the supportive feel, or lack thereof, at the edge. For example, the Casper One mattress has worse lying edge support support. Thus, you would need to sleep further away from the edge to feel secure, which also means you're getting a smaller sleepable surface compared to models with more robust edge support. The Saatva Classic and Saatva Latex Hybrid are the best models out of those featured for both sitting and lying edge support. Close behind them are the Casper Snow Hybrid and Saatva RX. Ultimately, Casper models have good edge support, but lack the finer design elements that Saatva models have to push them into the truly exceptional range for both sitting and lying edge support. When it comes to comparing sex performance, Saatva beats out Casper once again. Not only does Saatva have the mattress with the highest sex score, but all three models have a sex score that either ties or exceeds the best Casper mattress. Bounce and edge support are the largest weighted factors in our sex formula, so it should be no surprise that Saatva models fared better. Noise, pressure relief, and cooling are among the less critical scoring factors. The average sex score across all mattresses tested to date is an 8.3. To be fair to Casper, all of their popular models meet or exceed this average performance level. Their best mattress for sex is the Casper Dream with a score of 9.1. The Saatva RX and Saatva Latex Hybrid have above average performance, but the best Saatva model for sex is the Saatva Classic with a score of 9.9. Its thinner comfort layer and thicker pocketed coil unit allow for tons of pushback, which is extremely beneficial for the dance without pants. Pressure relief is the category in which Saatva has one of the largest advantages over Casper. The three popular Saatva models earn scores of 9s and 10s, while Casper ranged from a 6.0 to a 9.0. The average pressure relief score across all 350 plus mattresses tested to date is an 8.7. Therefore, all three Saatva models have above average pressure relief. The Saatva Classic and Saatva RX both have 10 out of 10 performance scores. Mattresses with more material, especially in the comfort layer of the design, tend to provide better pressure relief. The RX model in particular was designed to alleviate back and joint pain. It has the thickest and most complex design of all 6 mattresses being compared. Its design includes a thick quilted cover, gel memory foam, polyfoam, micro coils, 2-inch foam rectangles, pocketed coils, and support foam. What we see with the Casper models is an average material thickness of 11.67 inches. Meanwhile, Saatva models have an average of 13.17 inches. The higher price tag on the Saatva mattresses also speaks to a higher level of foam quality. Finally, the variety of material layers can have a big impact on balancing comfort, support, and overall pressure relief. In the end, it's no wonder that the thicker, more expensive models won out here. The Casper one, for example, is the least expensive and has the worst pressure relief score. Off-gassing is another category where Saatva takes a decisive victory over Casper. This time, it's for a very particular reason. Saatva mattresses ship bagged but uncompressed. Casper mattresses are the traditional bed-in-a-box style that arrive at your door rolled up in a vacuum-sealed bag and box. Saatva simply has no off-gassing duration, which gives them a perfect 10 out of 10 score. For reference, the average smell duration is 6.5 days with a score of 8.2. Compared to the average, the 3 popular Casper models are increasingly worse than average. The Casper Snow took nearly 3 weeks to fully dissipate odors. Even the quickest models to off-gas, Casper Dream, still took over a full week. Off-gassing shouldn't be an issue once they finish smelling. However, if you're particularly sensitive to odors, the Saatva mattresses are going to be your best bet. In our final category, comparing company policies, Saatva performs its coup de grace. While Casper has good policies that are generally favorable to consumers, you do get what you pay for. Saatva's premium price comes with premium service, warranty, and reliability. Casper offers a 100-night trial period, 10-year warranty, free shipping, and free returns. They have a good trust rating and assembled their US models within the USA. Saatva, on the other hand, offers all of this and more, with one exception. Their trial period is 365 nights, their warranty is lifetime, and they have an outstanding trust rating. The only downside here is the $99 return fee. Among all mattresses tested to date, the average trial is 170 nights, and the average warranty is 13 years, excluding 41% of mattresses that offer lifetime warranties. The trust metric is subjective, but it's based on my 10+ years of personal testing experience. We also get a lot of feedback from our NapLab audience, which we consider. All things considered, I have more confidence in Saatva than I do Casper as a brand with respect to trust. Finally, Saatva offers a rare perk that is not factored into our company score, but it's worth mentioning. All of their mattresses come with free white glove delivery, which means a crew will come and set up your new mattress and haul away the old one if you wish. And that's our comparison of Casper versus Saatva. Saatva excels in nearly every way over Casper. They hold true to their premium branding, from pricing to quality to perks and performance. If you have the money to spend, Saatva mattresses are excellent, especially their classic model. The Saatva Classic makes frequent appearances on our best of list for its performance and traditional coil feel. This is not to say that Casper is not a great value mattress brand. It certainly is. What they lack in this comparison is made up for by the incredibly budget-friendly pricing. For what you pay, Casper performance is perfectly adequate for most sleeper standards. Well guys, that's it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. Comments or questions, please drop us those notes down below. If you're interested in buying Casper or Saatva, we've got links in the description. For more from NapLab, be sure to get subscribed, ring that bell, and visit us over at naplab.com. As always, thank you so much for watching.